Hey guys, I am here with Syed, the owner of this Alpina B6. I've got my RS7 here. We're gonna do a quick little walk around kind of ownership comparison video talking about the differences between the two of these things, how they compare. I just got back from driving the B6, it was my first time driving it. Syed, you just got back from driving the RS7. That was your first time ever in an RS7, right?
Yes.
And we have pretty much not discussed anything about it, so it's gonna be our first thoughts comparing the two of these cars. So let's go. All right, we'll just kind of show the cars as we go around. You want to talk about, let's talk about styling first. So both of these are really nice paints. This is, we just looked it up, it's Alpina, what is it called again?
Alpina metallic.
Alpina blue metallic or something, yeah. And this paint is gorgeous. You can see in the sun. It's got a very purplish tinge to it. It's got lighter blues. It's a really, really good looking paint. Mine is just Nardo Gray, which is a pretty popular Audi RS color. People really like it in the RS7. I personally love it. So from that perspective, they're both excellent. I think the RS7's a little more aggressive in the front end. What do you think?
I agree, especially with the Quattro there.
Yes.
In the front, bumper, it looks awesome. It really pops, you know.
I would say the B6 is a little more classy looking, especially with those 20 spoke. Wait, how many spokes are those? Are they 20 spoke?
I think so.
Many spoke.
Yeah.
Nightmare to clean spoke wheels. RS7, they're both the four-door coupe, so kind of that swoopy roofline around back, very similar, but RS7 is the entire hatch on the back for the trunk, whereas the Alpina is just, as a 6 Series Grand Coupe, is just a little normal trunk, right? So that, I think, that'll make the RS7 a little more practical.
Yes.
So what do you think? What do you prefer in terms of styling?
In terms of styling, I think yours, the taillights, the headlights, I think Audi may have BMW beat in the headlight taillight game. The looks, I mean, the color really, when you see that color, it's, even though I know you said it's across their line, I think it's unique. Yeah. And the shape is timeless.
Yes.
I think this car will still look great in 10 years.
I agree. Do you think the Alpina is gonna age a little not as well?
You know, I think it's aged pretty well already, because the body shape has been the same since at least 2014, I believe.
When the 6 Series Grand Coupe launched, I think you're right. Yeah,
and it still looks.
It still looks very good.
Very good, in my opinion.
I think it's more classy. I think I said that a second ago. Yeah. Versus the M6, which is like carbon fiber splitter and everything, and it's more aggressive looking. Yeah. That's more luxury. It's like a refined gentleman's vehicle. Yeah. RS7, I think, kind of splits the middle with all the carbon. It's kind of going towards the M6 look to it. Yeah. Yeah. Driving. All right, I'm gonna start with my impressions on the B6. So on paper, it's really fast. 540 horsepower, 540 pound-feet of torque, but I was surprised at the character. It feels more 7 Series than it does M5. It's so comfortable. The first thing I noticed, the steering is super light. Yeah. And it's more, like you were saying, floaty, but it's very comfortable. It wafts you along. It's very isolated. I think it's a better daily driver than the RS7. Really? And before driving that, I thought the RS7 is my dream daily driver. As a pure daily driver, I think it's superior. So what do you think about driving the RS7, your first impressions? I was surprised with the handling. Okay. I did not expect the handling to be, when you think of BMW being an ultimate driver's machine, that actually is more of an ultimate driver machine than my car. Yeah. My car is floaty. Mm-hmm. I was hoping for a little bit more of that M flavor. Yeah. But the trade-off is when I do my 40-mile commute, I'm more You're way more comfortable. RS7's pretty good with the air suspension, but I'm on 21s, you're on 20s. Yeah. It definitely, RS7's really comfortable, but I was surprised at how good that B6 was. Yeah. I think I agree with you. The RS7 is faster. It's louder, the exhaust. Did you get some cracks and pops? Yeah, I think when you change modes, it actually changes the character of the car more so than the Alpina. The Alpina, you have a Comfort Plus mode. I thought that was hilarious. Comfort Plus. Yeah, it's got an Eco Plus mode, and it's almost like Limp mode. It's like 20 horsepower. Oh no! And so the Sport and Sport Plus, it does theoretically change the handling a little bit, but I think that there's more of a difference when you flip it into dynamic mode. Yeah. I will say I'm impressed at how different that feels from the M6. Yeah. Whereas this and the M6 there's a lot more overlap in terms of like a more aggressively tuned transmission and the power band and everything. Yeah. I think people looking at Alpina, it's really a factory tuned 6 Series as opposed to a track machine. Correct. Yeah. And so, if for Michigan roads, I think it's ideal. Yeah, I agree. Oh, the fans on the RS7 finally just shut up. All right, I'm gonna steal the camera, do a quick little walk around showing you guys some of the styling details. So again, like we were saying, RS7, oh, shadows are in it, carbon fiber. You got these here, the front splitter, everything. A lot more aggressive, the huge blacked out grille. The Alpina is kind of just a mild update to a regular 650. You've got this really cool little Alpina thing on the front splitter there, but the fascia is slightly revised. It's not as over the top as an M6 Grand Coupe. You still get the BMW badge in the middle. These wheels are kind of the Alpina signature. I think they look really cool. They make it look really elegant. It stands out. Just look at the whole body line of the car. I think the wheels fit perfectly with it. And again, this paint is absolutely gorgeous. Around back, quad exhaust tips. So that's different. Little subtle diffuser there. Little lip on the back, Alpina B6. So, side, your car is faster technically. This car does 198 miles an hour, and it has that aerodynamic stuff is all functional. It needs it for the downforce. This thing can do 198. M6s, I think, are limited from the factory to 155. This, I actually don't know the top speed of my own car. I gotta look that up. I'm not sure. It's not almost 200 miles an hour though, so that is impressive. You have a faster car. 170s, I think. Yeah, it's definitely quick, but 200 is absurd.
Those extra stickers, it might could be like 199.
Yeah. This is the craziest thing I did not know the Alpina had. It has, you know how like that has paddle shifters? Yeah. You have button shifters. Yep. Did it feel weird to you?
It was weird the first couple of weeks.
Okay.
Now I'm just used to it.
Yeah.
But I wish I had the regular
actual paddle. So let me show you guys. It says minus and plus there. It's a little button right there. You see it? You press it. And that's how you shift gears. It feels really, really weird. And I wasn't sure what they were initially, and then I pulled it or pressed it and it gave me a downshift. I was like, whoa, that was weird. This interior is, I think they call it like cream ivory or something with the contrasting wood. A lot of the BMW parts carry over from window switches to headlight switches to the steering wheel minus the badge, shifter there. But I think this is gonna be a nightmare to keep clean.
Yeah.
But you get heated and cooled seats, whereas the RS7, I have the sport seats in mind. So you'll kind of immediately see that this is a more sporty interior. Carbon fiber trim, these bucket seats with the kind of the RS7 style, the RS style hexagonal cross stitching. It's less of luxury cruiser, more of combination sports car type of thing, I think.
This comes with, it can come with like a, what's it called, like an executive line?
Called comfort seats.
Yeah.
So there are comfort seats. I did not want them because those comfort seats look cool. Yeah. Like, they look nice. The comfort seats on the RS7 are really ugly. I did not like them. You would get massage, heated and cooled. Yeah. I did not want them because I'm like, it's an RS. Yeah. I need the cool quilted seats. So I definitely had to get those on this car. But yes, you're right. It can come with the comfort seats. Around back, so RS7, no quad exhaust. Instead, we've got these gigantic oval tips. Again, more carbon fiber on the diffuser. And like we were saying earlier, the entire hatch on the RS7 opens. So you can put I've had 4 wheels and tires in here, 4 21-inch wheels and tires in there. I don't know if you could do that in the B6. I don't think it's quite as practical. No. That trunk, just a little end on the trunk opens up. Yeah, so that's pretty much everything on the exterior details. Let's see. We could show a bit more. Again, I've got the refreshed lights and interior. I've got no camera stuff all over the car.
I think your mileage is much better.
Fuel economy? You are.
Hey, you know, I don't know. It's just, I think you get 29, right?
No.
On the highway?
No, 0% chance of that.
How high?
Probably 24, 25.
That's it?
Same as yours, yeah. Yeah.
Is
Same
that
as yours.
EPA or that's real world?
I'm pretty sure it's EPA rated.
Oh, wow.
Real world, I could probably get about 24, 25 when cruising.
Okay.
Yeah. I have, this is the 8-speed. They're both 8-speeds. Yeah. They're both, I believe, ZF-based 8-speed transmissions. Yeah, but did you really, you probably care more because you have a 80-mile commute per day. So fuel economy is minimum. Yeah. That's just getting to work. So fuel economy is definitely more important to you than it is to me. I still, whatever. It's part of it. We got 500 plus horsepower, 4,000 plus pound
for sure
sedan. So yeah. Let's see. What else do you think we got to show between the differences between the two of these? I mean, I
think the screen is a little bigger on the Beamer.
Yes, like definitely a bigger screen.
You know, bigger screen. This doesn't have Apple CarPlay. I think if you get a 2017 or newer, then you get the Apple CarPlay.
Same with this, 2017 or newer to get Apple CarPlay. Which my friends are making fun of me. He goes, hey, my 2005 Ford. No, whatever. I don't really use Apple CarPlay. Let's see, what else? I mean,
my sunroof does not retract. It only goes up. So it's a bigger sunroof.
Oh wow, actually.
It's larger.
Yeah.
So it allows more sunlight in, but it only pops up. It doesn't come out.
Yeah, mine's a smaller one, A7. This is exactly the same as you would find on an A7 or S7.
Yeah, I think yours is a sportier, high performance car.
Yeah.
And this is more for a highway cruiser. It actually is meant for the Autobahn. Where,
yes.
You know,
that where you can use that 198. Yeah. I think that's a really good way of summing it up. The difference between these two is this is a better comfortable cruiser, daily driver. RS7 is more still trying to be a sports car type of thing, which, I mean, for me, I consolidated it between an R8 and an S4 into one car, and I wanted something that I could still throw around and have fun in. But saying that, this is gonna be worse than an R8, or honestly an RS5, or like an actual sports car, a 911, because there's a compromise between all of it. This is more just dedicated to being the fastest, most comfortable luxury cruiser daily driver. So I think the B6 does a better job of doing its job. Whereas the R7 is amazing and it's insanely, I would walk this car for sure. But at the same time, it's not as comfortable, it's not as smooth. It's still great, I still love my car and I would stick with it. Not having driven both of these, ignoring the price difference. So again, this is about 20 grand cheaper than my RS7, just the way the market is. And it's more rare too, so the Alpina, that's a pro for that.
Yeah.
Ignoring budget, which one would you take?
For my needs, I think I would go with the B6.
There you go, yeah.
But, you know, I think for your needs, probably you'd go with the RS7.
I think so. I think that's, so we both bought the right cars. Yeah, that's a good thing. That's a good conclusion. Yeah. I am sweating so much, it is sunny as hell. Yeah, I think that I agree entirely with you. Do I like the B6? Yes. If I had a ton of money, I'd probably have one just as a fun cruiser.
I don't think it's worth brand new sticker. I'd get something else. I'd get like a Panamera, I think.
Okay,
yeah,
at 100?
Yeah, I don't think it's worth 120 plus grand.
It's so this depreciated harder than mine. I thought mine was bad. Mine was 129 sticker. I got it for 75 with 20,000 miles.
But yours? Mine had a previous bumper replacement.
Oh, you're right. Okay, a little bit.
If it was a pristine, and you know, in the back there's a scuff on the bumper. If mine was pristine, I think it'd be an extra like 4 or 5 grand.
Okay, so 60 grand.
It would be, yeah, you know, high 50s, you know, maybe right around 60.
All right. They're still both two really, really cool sedans. It's rare to find a vehicle that makes the RS7 actually common, because this has got to be the rarest car I've driven in the last couple weeks, or actually not more than that, probably a while. There are only a couple hundred of those out there.
I wonder what the viewers are going to think about the rims, because a lot of people are like, oh, those rims are so 1980s or so. When I saw them in person, I thought they look bad.
It fits the character of the car perfectly. Yeah, comment below what you think of the wheels. I think they look really good for this car. On like an M6, I'd be like, yo, what the hell? It would look horrible. But on this car, I think they fit perfectly. So there we go. That's a quick little vlog style ownership comparison. We just got to experience both the cars, show you guys some of the differences between the B6 and RS7. When they were brand new and they first came out, they did technically sort of compete against each other. Alpina B6 was the alternative to the M6 Grand Coupe. Now 3 years later, they've depreciated now to a point where they've actually less than half the price almost of brand new, which is crazy to think about. And they're still 500 plus horsepower luxury sedans that can do all sorts of different cool things, but they have very different personalities. And at the end, Side and I both agree that we like our cars, but it was cool to get to experience it, right?
I'm glad we got to.
That was definitely awesome. Hope you guys liked this video. Again, check out the ownership perspective. We got in the car with Syed, talked about some of the details, why he chose it, story behind that. I drove it, did my full review of it. Hope you guys liked this video. Thanks for watching.